Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're out for a hike at George W. Childs Park in the Delaware Water Gap. Park is named for George W. Childs, who was a philanthropist who purchased this land in 1892. He developed a public park because he believed everyone, not just wealthy landowners, should be able to experience and appreciate being outdoors. The park was designed to highlight and enhance the natural and man-made amenities found here. There are 3 waterfalls. So we're currently here, and I think we're gonna hike down this trail, come to an overlook. It looks like we're gonna come to a bridge, cross over the bridge and go down to Deep Leap Falls, head back up to see Fulmer Falls, and then the last waterfall is Factory Falls. Looks like there's another overlook and ruins of the Brooks Woolen Mill. Looks like there's also a CCC pump shelter. Here's a map of the Delaware Water Gap. So much to see in this area. I've wanted to come to this park for a long time. It was closed for around 6 years. They had a couple of storms come through that knocked down trees and damaged a lot of the boardwalks. So let's see. George Child's wife managed the park for 18 years. In 1912, she deeded the land to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And George W. Childs Park became part of Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area in 1983. All right. All right, we're on trail. I do have a screenshot of that map on my phone in case we get misdirected here. The parking lot was gated shut. I'm not sure why. The website says the park is open. I think it said dawn to dusk. And I know I've seen other videos and pictures online from people that have been here. So I'm not sure why the parking lot isn't open. But this is part of the National Park Service, so maybe they just don't have the bodies to come and open the parking lot and the restrooms. So we had to park down the road and walk in. There should be Dingman's Creek ahead of us. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Look at those cascades. I think the map said that the entire hike is 1.4 miles, so it wasn't really a big deal to walk in. Pennsylvania's still holding on to winter, even though it's technically spring. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Today is April 7th and it's currently 35 degrees. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I'd be happy with some 50-degree temperatures. Beautiful. Beautiful. Trail this to the right, but we have this little overlook here. Oh, look at that. Stunning. Let's see if we have a better view from up here. So this is Factory Falls. So they have done a massive amount of work here. Since that storm damage in 2018. And the park reopened to the public in October 2024. So pretty. See if this overlook gives us a better view of that waterfall. This is Fulmer Falls. Fulmer Falls. We're heading to Deer Leap Falls. You can tell this is all brand new here. Out hiking with my friend Sue today. Look at all these stairs. Those rocks. Beautiful. The layers are always so interesting. Kind of down in a little gorge here. Alright, I wonder if this must be the third waterfall. It looks like we're turning and going back in the other direction after we go over the bridge. The view you're getting of the last waterfall from here. Beautiful. Alright, and now we're heading back up the stairs. Might be an even better view. Beautiful. And I don't know if it's picking it up, but this really isn't a far hike because right up at the top you can see cars going by on the road there. Up, up, up we go. I think that might be the biggest waterfall. That's the middle one. Fulmer. You can see all three here. Deer Leap, Fulmer. There's the first waterfall factory. There's another impressive view. So I'm not sure if that last, let's see, is this one? I'm not sure if that one is Deer Leap Falls. This might be, or maybe the whole thing is right here. Because as we crossed that bridge and went up the stairs, there was another trail down to the right and it said Deer Leap View. But look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so we've actually made it to Deer Leap Falls. Let's go right over it from the church. thinking we'll have a better view from down there. There's another bridge that comes back up. So between Fulmer Falls and Deer Leap Falls, there's a bunch of little waterfalls that are unnamed. And every time I came to one, I thought that was Deer Leap Falls. But we're actually at Deer Leap Falls now. We're just standing over it on the bridge. And we're going to come to the bottom of it. Alright, I'll be back when we're down there. Some of the rocks are a little slippery, so I want to focus on those. We're still going down the stairs, but we should have a full frontal view of Deer Leap Falls shortly. Some stone steps across the bridge. There it is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at all these brand new steps. So much work. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful workmanship. Can't even imagine how much it costs to replace all of this. Let's look at Deer Leap Falls. Alright, so I think we're probably halfway back. But I just noticed these fences. I'm guessing they're deer exclosures. There's definitely some little pines popping up in there. Wow, what a beautiful park. It's too bad it was closed for 6 years, but seeing all the boardwalks in here, you can understand why. First of all, the cost of the lumber, and then the manpower to rebuild. I think there's another overlook up here. You can see the road right up there. Every once in a while you see a car go by right up there. So it's not a long walk. There's a lot of stairs. You go down the stairs, then you have to come back up. It reminds me of Bushkill Falls. This one takes you right up next to Fulmer Falls. You have to get here. It's beautiful. Up. The rain has started back up, and I had to show you this. Now that's a pavilion with a view. Look at that. Every view is beautiful. I brought you back because we're coming up to the Brooks Woolen Mill ruins. I'm going to stop here. Alright, so here's the ruins. Look at that. I have it fenced off, but the fence is pretty close, so you can get up close. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're headed back to the car. If you've watched the entire video, thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome back to any of my subscribers. And if you're brand new, please think about subscribing. It helps the channel out and it's free. And if you click on that little bell, ring that bell, you'll get notifications every time I have a new video out. We might have one more look here of Factory Falls, but then we're headed back to the car. One more little overlook here. This is Factory Falls. And this is about the Brooks Mill. Before steam or gas engines, people relied on water to generate power. Falling water spun turbines to provide power to all sorts of machines. Water-powered mills could grind flour, saw wood, or even pulp paper. Dingman's Creek boasted a dozen mills at its peak. Here at Factory Falls, the Brooks family ran a bustling woolen mill from 1823 to 1832, a rarity outside of big cities. Those are the ruins that we just looked at from the 1800s. That's pretty cool. All right, one last look at Factory Falls. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.